The energy of the fourth week of September in the soap opera of the stars is saying you're in the right place at the right time. I'm an intuitive coach, and this is my energy report for the 21st to the 27th of September. My guides channel these energy reports through me. They are called Samsara. Before I channel the reports, I do my own research on astrology and human design. Now, if you remember the September report and the first week of September, we spoke about this pyramid-like structure that the transits are making in September. We have come to the final moment, the fourth week, where the pyramid is ready to receive the light. This light is one of benevolence. We have spent decades, since 2008, doing the labor we needed to do in the themes of life that are relevant to our design. And if we haven't completed it, we are being given that chance to complete it now. And that's it. This work in this area of life will be done, and we will be moving on to completely different themes in 2025. For this final push out of the comfort zones that are no longer serving us, the universe is downloading this extra boost to help us all. The guides are saying, take heart, what seemed to be immovable till now will suddenly be easy to clear, and you will gain a fresh new perspective on everything that has happened. I'm also hearing them say the worst is over. You have learned whatever lesson you could in this lifetime, so allow yourself to relax. To be able to receive this light completely, there are a few other energies available this week that we are now going to look at. Now, when they say you've learned whatever lesson in this lifetime, they mean in that specific area of your chart. Learning will keep happening in other areas, and even in that area, but in a different way. So whatever needed to be done since 2008, that's going to be over. Now, the first energy that's available this week is what we would call endings and beginnings, but the guides are saying look at it as cyclical movements. The guides want to remind you that you are an infinite being who has existed from the beginning of time and will do so till the end of time, and this lifetime is but a blip on that timeline. They accept that it does not feel like a blip, and right now with all the heavy work you've been doing, it feels to you, or it may feel to you, that they're actually mocking you by even saying this. But they say that that isn't their intent. Sometimes it is important to remember that whether you feel it or not, remember it or not, you are experiencing a moment that has happened before and will happen again. And that this is across lifetimes and not just on this earth. So however enormous the issue on hand feels, know that you are more than capable of handling it. And while that isn't the reason for your having to handle it, the point is that you are where you are and you have no further control than that right now. But to resist is only causing more pain, and so allow for this endlessness of time so that these moments can provide you relief. Now, imagine instead of being on this timeline that you are constantly moving on, and they are showing me the timeline in the shape of a spiral, not a straight line. So instead of being on this timeline where there's constant movement, they are saying, imagine if you were just in one place, no movement, the same thing playing over and over and over again. Imagine that even if it were the most joyous moment you have ever had, imagine that is playing over and over, just that one moment in time. And they are saying, how joyous do you think it will feel the millionth time it plays for you, even if every time you receive it, it feels like new? Because they're saying that at some level, energy moves on. And therefore, if you are stuck in that loop in that one moment, there will be this feeling of incompletion, and therefore this repetition or the joy in this repetition will fade. So therefore, this movement across the spiral timeline is a gift, even if it doesn't feel that way. Now, the second thing that the guides are saying is available as an energy is a lifting of the veil or sunrise. So they are saying that there was a time, which we all know of, where it took ages for news to reach from one point on the planet to another. And now you have instant access to any information you need or want to consume or share. In fact, there are also several human beings for whom the veil is thinner and who can communicate and act as channels of information for you. So the guides are showing me that as these people who are accessing other dimensions and information across timelines increase, the veil is thinning for everyone. Especially in this week of September, the veil is particularly translucent. Therefore, be aware this week of the messages, insights, and downloads you receive. They're also saying ask for help if you should need it. So if you're in touch with a practitioner who downloads messages, definitely get in touch with them and see what you can set up with them. Now, most importantly, they are saying be intentional with the messages available for download. The guides are showing me that on this spiral that denotes time, you currently exist on one point, and that point is in movement. However, you have access to all the information in the timeline. And therefore, if you are to be intentional about what you would like, they are showing me that an access channel to what you would like to receive will be opened up to the part on the timeline that you need this information from. Now, this may sound fantastical, even to me as someone who routinely downloads these intuitive messages. However, I can say that there is something different about the energy of the last week of September. And to that extent, I would recommend being more aware of what you are sensing and receiving, especially if you wish to improve your intuitive abilities. Now, the third is divine timing, or the guides are calling them tides. So the guides are saying that since mid-June, we have been in the process of learning that the greatest impact of communication is when you wait for the right time to do so. This is a lesson we need to continue to remind ourselves about. They are showing me the tides of the ocean and how the moon is connected to them. They seem to be saying that certain activities are supported by the high tide, we know that, and certain that can only happen in the low tide. To do the opposite would be harmful to marine life, would be harmful to human beings dependent on the ocean, so on and so forth. So the same applies, they are saying, to communication as human beings. If the tide of anger or icky feeling emotions is high, it would be futile to make decisions or try to engage ourselves or another person. Actually, even when you are experiencing a lot of excitement, so the extreme of positive emotions, those are also spaces where making decisions is not the right thing. So allow the tide to subside, see what the ocean has left behind as additional information to the decision or the communication, and then see what you need to say and when. They're saying similarly, keep a watch on the tides for the people in your life. Is it more impactful to speak with them when the tide is high or low? The guides are saying nowadays there are apps that can inform you of either a generic or specific hormonal trigger for both men and women over the day, week, or month. I feel they're trying to be humorous as they say this, and I'm aware that there are period trackers, of course, that help with hormonal movements for women. I do not know of any such app for men, so if you do, please let me know. Okay, so the fourth energy that's available to us is past lifetimes, or the guides are calling them fate. The guides are saying we are likely to remember past lifetimes in this week, whether through dreams or professional intervention. They're also saying that we will have encounters with persons who are a part of the same soul group, and therefore you will feel a deja vu moment or a feeling of familiarity or something else that lets you know that this person is here for a reason. This does not mean that they are here for a lasting relationship, just that they are here to convey a message or to complete a karmic exchange. So they're saying just allow it, with a warning, so they're also giving us a warning, not to assume that this needs engagement in this lifetime. In fact, the guides are saying stay away from forming connections this week, as it is time for karma to be released, not for new karma to be created. So very helpful. Now, let us look at what this means for each sign. For this, you need to look at your astrological chart or connect with me, and I'll let you know your top 3 signs. I use whole sign houses, Western astrology for this breakdown, so take what resonates. Your rising sign is about you, your body, mind, and soul. The question to ask is, what is going on in my life? Your sun sign is your career and themes related to your father and father figures. The question to ask is, what is influencing my career or significant masculine relationships? Your moon sign is your emotional space, your mother and mother figures. The question to ask is, what is influencing my emotions or significant feminine relationships? Look at all 3 signs to get a complete view of what is happening. Or you can look at your rising sign, which will provide you with the main themes. So, for Aries rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around relationships, close associations, and your marriage. Be intentional about what you would like to learn about your patterns of self-sabotage, fears, and subconscious mind, on that spiral. Ask for this to be downloaded. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time, the tides that we spoke about, will become clear in areas related to health, routines, and work tasks. And you can expect a fated encounter around your career and status-related associations. Now, for Taurus, rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your health, routines, and work tasks. Be intentional about what you would like to learn in terms of network, social circles, the way your work is seen. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to creativity, romance, play, and children. You can expect fated encounters around your spiritual beliefs you need to expand and explore. For Gemini rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around creativity, romance, children, and play. Be intentional about what you would like to learn in terms of your career and status. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to family, mother, maternal figures, and your inner psyche. This is about communication, remember. And you can expect fated encounters around your partnerships, debt, and big business. So for Cancer rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around family, inner psyche, mothers and maternal figures. Be intentional about what you would like to learn in terms of spiritual beliefs you need to expand and explore. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your immediate living environment, communication style, thought processes, and siblings. You can expect fated encounters related to marriage, close associations, and negotiations. For Leo rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your immediate living environment, communication style, thought processes, and siblings. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to partnerships, debt, shared resources, and big business. Your lesson is about being in the right place at the right time and will become clear in areas related to your finances, self-worth, and values. You can expect fated encounters related to your health concerns, routines, and work tasks. For Virgo rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your finances, self-worth, and values. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to your close associations, marriage, contracts, and negotiations. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your personality, how you represent yourself to the world, and your appearance. You can expect fated encounters related to creativity, play, romance, and children. For Libra rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your personality, how you present yourself to the world, and your appearance. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to your health concerns, routines, and work tasks. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your patterns of self-sabotage, subconscious fears, and beliefs. You can expect fated encounters related to family, mother, and maternal figures. For Scorpio rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your patterns of self-sabotage, subconscious beliefs, and fears. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to creativity, romance, play, and children. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your networks, close associations and negotiations, you can expect fated encounters related to siblings and your living environment. For Sagittarius rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your network, social circles, and how you are seen in the world for your work. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to family, deep psyche, mothers, and maternal figures. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your career and status. You can expect fated encounters related to your finances, self-worth, and values. For Capricorn rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your career and status. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to your immediate living environment, siblings, communication style, thought processes. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to spiritual beliefs and the need to expand and explore. You can expect fated encounters related to your individuality, appearances, and how you define yourself. For Aquarius rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your spiritual beliefs. You need to expand and explore. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to your immediate living environment, siblings, and communication style. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your partnerships, debts, shared resources. You can expect fated encounters related to your subconscious fears, patterns of self-sabotage, and insecurities. For Pisces rising sun and moon, expect to receive the energy of benevolence around your partnerships, shared resources, and debt. Be intentional about what you would like to learn related to your finances, self-worth, and values. Your lesson about being in the right place at the right time will become clear in areas related to your marriage, close associations, negotiations. You can expect fated encounters related to your networks, social circles, and the way your work is seen in the world. Now, if you would like to discuss this, we have a study group which is available without charges. Participation in that 4 p.m. every Saturday, Indian Standard Time. If you're interested, please let me know and I would be happy to share the details with you. Other than that, you're welcome to get in touch with me. Thank you for listening. Have a good week.